everyone. So you guys may remember, if you did watch my videos, the second video of this channel, which is the 25 districts of Sri Lanka part 1 explained. And I covered 3 provinces, the districts in the central, eastern and the northern provinces. And I also told at the end of the video that I'm going to be doing the part 2 version of the 25 districts of Sri Lanka series. And this is going to be based on the North Central, the Northwestern and the Subregional provinces of Sri Lanka. And trust me, it's going to be much more easier because there are only 6 districts. Phew! And now, with that being said, let us now do the 25 districts of Sri Lanka part 2 explained. Now, we start off this video in the North Central province and Anuradhapura. This is basically Sri Lanka's history district. It actually does make a lot of sense because this is where much of Sri Lanka's history got its first roots. I mean, technically, the first Sri Lankan king was actually started his kingdom in Anuradhapura, so it makes quite a lot of sense if you ask me. It does quite make a lot of sense since you can find a lot of temples, a lot of monasteries, ancient monasteries to contend with, and some ruins of ancient castles. In fact, if you really want to get a grasp of Sri Lanka's history, Anuradhapura is definitely the province that you should come to. We arrive to Polonnaruwa. So basically, I think you can remember that I said that Anuradhapura is basically the history district of our country. Well, Polonnaruwa is like Anuradhapura's twin brother if you look into Polonnaruwa's history, because it is shrouded with a lot of mystery and a lot of culture that gives you a grasp of what is known as present-day Sri Lanka. In fact, the only difference between the history in Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa kingdoms is that Polonnaruwa seems to be more Chola influenced, which is basically a group of Tamils from southern India, specifically modern-day Tamil Nadu. Perfect example to show that Polonnaruwa is more Chola influenced is the Shiva Devalaya, which is a Hindu temple constructed by the Cholas, obviously. In fact, if you want to get to know about Sri Lanka's history with a touch of Tamil influence, Polonnaruwa is the place to go. We arrive to the Northwestern province and we start off with Puttalam. If we take a look at Puttalam, the only 2 things that we Sri Lankans know about Puttalam are Kalpitiya and Muneshwaram. First one because, well, Kalpitiya is a famous place for not only Sri Lankans who are interested in whale watching, but for every single person in the world who is interested in bird watching to be content with. Is that Muneshwaram temple is one of the most fascinating and one of the most popular Hindu temples in Sri Lanka. To be fair, it is kind of like the Western Pancheshwaram. Now, if you don't know what a Pancheshwaram is, it's basically one of the 5 places that Lord Shiva has visited. I should have mentioned that in the previous episode in terms of Sri Lankan districts. I'm very sorry about that. When we take a look at the religion side, there's actually a very perfect balance of religions, because you got Buddhists, you got Hindus, you got Muslims, you got Christians. Apparently, Puttalam is kind of like one of the districts that has one of the highest Muslim populations per capita in Sri Lanka to contend with. So, one of the places that houses the largest Kafir community of Sri Lanka. If you don't know who Kafirs are, they are basically Sri Lankan Africans. That's right, we do have Africans living in our country. They are mostly descendants of the slaves who were brought over by the Portuguese during the 16th and probably even the 17th century to work on the country's cinnamon plantations. They actually speak Sinhala since they are like an Afro-Sinhalese group, and it's also one of the reasons why you have that Baila music genre. That's right, we actually have to thank the African Sri Lankans for giving us the Baila music. We come to Kurunegala. To be fair, we don't know much things about Kurunegala, but the only thing that I personally feel about Kurunegala is that it rocks, because it actually has a lot of rocks within its borders. I mean, seriously, that town is filled with thousands upon thousands, not thousands, but you can find so many rocks in Kurunegala, such as Atagala, which is like a huge icon to Kurunegala, because you can find the icon of Kurunegala in addition to that rock, which is the Atagala Buddha statue. Otherwise, you can find a lot of motorcycle races that just go all across Kurunegala. Other than that, there's really one thing that many Sri Lankans don't know about. However, Yavahoe is one thing that makes Kurunegala what it is today. It's an ancient fortress, by the way. We arrived to the Sabaragama province with Ratnapura, gem city of our country, because there are thousands of gem fields that just dot all over Ratnapura. And apparently the largest sapphire in the entire world was actually mined in Ratnapura, because, well, why not? Because, well, why not? Oh yeah, there was even a cursed gem that was mined from here as well. True story. Otherwise, you can find so many Buddhist temples like Samandevalaya, and it's also the place where you can find so many beautiful waterfalls in the wet zone. To be fair, the Sabaragama Hills, actually. The most prominent one is Bobatala. I actually bathed in there once for a school trip, to be honest. Oh yeah, gem miners bathing in waterfalls. To be fair, the gems are mined close to waterfalls, and you get Ratnapura. Finally, we arrived to Kegal. To be honest, the only thing that we Sri Lankans know about Kegal is just the Pinnavalla Elephant Orphanage, the largest elephant orphanage in Sri Lanka, with 88 elephants who were, well, basically, who lost their parents back in 2011. Wow, 88. But however, they just enjoy tourists, and many tourists just feed them different types of fruits like watermelons, bananas, and whatnot. They are really happy despite their tragic stories. The only thing that is very cool about Kegal, other than, well, the orphanage, is the fact that it actually ranks second in terms of rubber production after Kalutara. Yeah, Kegal, you actually do very well when it comes to rubber, because, well, I mean, it has the perfect climate for it, just like Kalutara. And that is it. We have finished the part 2 of the 25 districts of Sri Lanka. We are now almost there. We just have only one part to do, part 3. And that part consists of southern, Uva, and the western provinces. So I thank you all for watching this video about districts of Sri Lanka. Rather short video, but hey, I mean, go figure. But either ways, I will see you all in the final video of this series, and stay tuned, stay cool, and